Dad. I hate this.
Down on the floor. Yes, when you speak, you will. Okay, and then it's here, Teddy, and then so like this, and then when Samira, when you're done, you go back. When you're done, Matthew. When you're done, you'll go and sit. Teddy, when you're done, you'll go and sit. Harrison, but we're not ready yet.
This is gonna be so hard. There's so many people. So many people.
1 foot. You foot, but on 2 foot.
Okay. Next one, please forget. No. That's just too hard. Like this. You're actually making me laugh. I could go so I don't want to speak too loud. I'm old. This is terrible. Yeah, but my voice is like a jet. Welcome to our first player holiday concert. We are so excited to share this beautiful setting. Beginning band is happy to get things started. Tonight, our 25 members come from 9 different schools, in addition to several who are homeschooled. Some of us have played for a year, but most of us just started learning to play our instruments in September. In mid-October, we got together and started our band rehearsals. We've learned that playing in a group is a lot different than playing alone in a lesson.
We've been working on following the conductor and playing independently. Our percussionists have learned to play several percussion instruments to switch from one to another quickly. Thank you, Toby, for helping out in the percussion section.
Hey, Toby.
Our first 2 songs are from our lesson book and were written by Frank Ciccelli. Mr. Ciccelli was born in 1958 and lives in California, where he teaches and composes. The 2 pieces we will play are at the beginning level, but several of Ticelli's compositions have become standards for more experienced bands.
Now we'll play some traditional Christmas songs for your enjoyment. James Pierpont composed the one-horse open sleigh in 1850, perhaps for the popular sleigh races that took place back then. Since the bells on the horses' harnesses would make jingle sounds as they pulled the sleigh, the title was changed to Jingle Bells.
There was a bishop by the name of Saint Nicholas who lived in Turkey about 1700 years ago. He was known for his kindness and generosity towards children, and so this song uses his name of Nicholas instead of Santa Claus. Jolly Old Saint Nicholas was inspired by a poem written by Emily Huntington Miller in the 1800s, and the music was most likely written by James Murray. We hope you enjoy listening to us.
Now we'll hear some more Christmas tunes played by some of beginning bands more experienceless and Silent Night. Play.
James, they have one more song to play.
Oh, wait, sorry. As I said earlier, I think they did a great job. Can't possibly. Sorry, I just had something to deal with. Just a guy who was not here, that was supposed to be here. But it turns out it's not time for him to be here yet. Now, Savannah and I have a descending melody lines. Joy to the world, like C, B flat, A, G, and then Land of Angel goes. C, 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 B flat, A, G, F, F, E.
most difficult piece is the last piece that beginning band will play alone. Christmas fun may sound fun, but it's also been a lot of work. We have learned so much about reading sheet music, counting multi-bar rests, and most of all, listening to one another so that we can stay together.
In this song, you'll hear a good combination of Good King Wenceslas, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Early in the piece, you will hear us play a canon, or round. The woodwinds will start out with God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen on beat 4, no less. And 4 beats later, the brass comes in with the same melody. This is super duper challenging, but Miss Janine is very proud of us for getting it right, most of the time.
Wonderful performance by the beginning band. I think my heart has grown 3 sizes tonight. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Toby Etkelski. I've been in the First Players Band program for 7 years now, and I'm happy to say I'm now the musical intern here at First Presbyterian Church under Miss Janine Yanisch and John Stender. And as the intern, I think I can speak for everybody in the First Players Concert Band when I say that we all love homework. Okay. Maybe not all homework, but we all love to learn about and play music. This year, Janine brought back our music theory practicing, but with a twist. Those who are more experienced with music theory would get to play an additional piece conducted by yours truly for the holiday concert. Now, when I first picked out this piece, I honestly thought we'd sound like a seasick crocodile. But the First Players Concert Band continues to amaze me with what we are able to play. So without further ado, here's the Advanced First Players Concert Band with You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
that 4 of our players are not as young as I am. And now it's time for the entire concert band to play for your enjoyment. Before we begin, you may notice that 4 of our players are not as young as I am. We love being a multi-generational band and thank Miss Carol, Miss Stacy, Miss Stephanie, and Miss Ann for all that they could add to our ensemble. We also thank first players, alumni, and friends, Bo, Ransom, Caleb, and Benjamin, for playing with us tonight. Celtic air and dance utilizes 2 very different styles of playing using 2 early Celtic pieces. We start with the parting glass, which at first showcases the woodwinds, and then is followed by the full band playing in the chorale style, smooth and flowing. Then we go into the Fairies' Love Song portion, which is faster, driven by the percussion section, and more intense in its rhythmic pulse.
That was fun. How many of you have ever watched a Charlie Brown Christmas? Can you believe that Christmas special has been around for 60 years? That's as old as Miss Janine. Christmas Time is Here is a slow piece in 3/4 time that is subdued in nature. In fact, our loudest dynamic is mezzo forte, and we have lots of small crescendos and decrescendos throughout, kind of like breathing. Perhaps the composer, Vince Guaraldi, intentionally wrote this piece to remind us all to slow down and appreciate the reason for the season, to sit back, to forget about our to-do lists, to breathe in and breathe out, breathe in, breathe out.
Miss Janine thinks that Pacem Noel is our most challenging piece to play as an ensemble. This beautiful song combines two melodies. The first is Dona Nobis Pacem, which translates to Grant us peace, which is quite fitting. The melody of Dona Nobis Pacem will be played by Natalie on alto saxophone. You'll hear this melody played in a three-part canon form. A canon is like a round. This is tricky. Then you will hear the first Noel played along with Dona Nobis Pacem, adding yet another layer of complexity. Sage will demonstrate what the first Noel sounds like. Maintaining the integrity of both songs being played at the same time is extremely difficult. And we need to do so while also changing keys. Holy cow. Finally, at the end of the piece, you will hear a brief statement from the carol, Angels We Have Heard on High. We hope you enjoy listening to the results of our work on this extremely challenging piece. Life and the holidays can be challenging. Therefore, we wish each of you a Pacem Noel, a peaceful Christmas.
Let's see. Did you know that Sleigh Ride was partially composed during a heat wave? Yes, Wikipedia says that Leroy Anderson formed the idea for the piece during a heat wave in July of 1946 and then finished it in February of 1948. Originally, it was written for orchestra, but he later made additional parts and arrangements for wind band and piano. The piece is noted for the sounds of a horse clip-clopping and a whip used to get the horse moving. Toward the end of the piece, a trumpet imitates the sound of a horse whinnying.
If you haven't guessed, my name's Janine Yanisch, and I run the First Players Band program, but it takes a village. I'd like to thank John Stender and Cindy Koonsman, the staff here, for just doing everything that I can't possibly do. They make it all happen, so we really appreciate you. Also appreciate all the board. They've put together special goodie bags for the students. They help me decide whether we should still have the concert when the weather is bad. They're just very indispensable. So if you're on the board, if you could raise your hand and we can acknowledge you, please. They are also really modest. Okay. I'd like to acknowledge Toby. Toby is our intern, and he has just done such a fantastic job. For the Grinch song, I did absolutely nothing. I didn't pick out the piece. I didn't help rehearse. I didn't coach or anything. He did it all. So I'm really pleased with how things are going there. Thank you, parents and family, for selling coffee, for selling calendars, for supporting your children in this very, very important program, I think. I'd also like to acknowledge our not-so-young members of our bands. So they make us more interesting and more fun, I think. And I'd like to thank the students, too. It's so fun to see them grow, and important to be a part of their musical growth, but also, you know, when Bo and Ransom and Caleb and Benjamin started, their voices were high and they were about this tall. So now they're big, strapping young men and their voices are deep, and it's just, you know, neat to watch them grow up. So thank you for coming back and joining us for this. Just a little housekeeping before we wrap things up. Afterwards, please make sure your First Players student gets a goodie bag. There will be some board members passing them out in the lobby. If we can have any help bringing the music stands downstairs, there's some stand racks they need to go in, and then helping to put the place up here back for a service that's going to be here tomorrow afternoon. So anyway, let's take it off.
We really appreciate your presence here as we deliver one last present to you in the form of music. Christmas is about togetherness, so we will play our final selection with both bands together. We first rehearsed this song about an hour ago, but hope you will like listening to the little drummer boy. Thank you for coming and happy holidays.